Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to repair a hole in your wall using the California patch method. Okay, this is what we're going to use to repair the hole, the big hole in the wall. We've got a piece of drywall and we've got the joint knife, which we're going to use to spread the joint compound. The drywall utility saw is just to cut the drywall around the hole. And then obviously a speed square to make sure things are just straight. Utility knife and a tape measure. And my little helper.
And we are using real tools and I'm using real tools.
Okay, but be careful with them, okay?
Yep. There's a hole right there.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna use drywall, some all-purpose joint compound here, and a joint knife, it's just a putty knife to spread it. But first, what you're gonna want to do is measure the hole. So it's about 2.5 inches. Okay, so you want to cut the drywall about 2 inches larger than what the hole diameter is. So I'm going to cut a piece of drywall that's about 4.5 by 4.5 inches long. So
yeah,
we'll get to that right now. Before you make any cuts, put something underneath that drywall so you don't slice your floor. And then you're going to use your utility knife and speed square to cut the drywall to size. You really only need to slice it a few times and then the drywall should break right off. Now that I have my 4.5 inch by 4.5 inch square drywall, I'm going to measure out 1 inch from every edge. I'm going to cut off the excess edge, but I'm going to leave the backer paper. That's definitely important here. Now I have likely 1 inch on this side, 1 inch. So I have a 2.5 inch square on the inside of drywall, and then 1 inch on each side of the drywall paper that I can kind of insert into the hole and apply some joint compound on it. Now you'll want to place the patch on top of the hole in the wall and trace around it. Quick word of caution, before you cut into the wall, be sure there are no electrical wires behind where you're cutting. They are usually around the outlets and switches and run along the studs. Use your drywall saw to cut along the trace lines to form a square the size of your drywall patch. Now it's time to apply your joint compound. You'll want to apply some joint compound directly onto the 1 inch excess drywall paper on your drywall patch. Once your edges have drywall compound on them, you're ready to fit your patch into the wall. Now apply a generous amount of joint compound onto your patch and the wall. You're going to want to feather the edges out as you go. If you're lucky enough to have some help like I do, take a break and let them take over.
Cover the whole thing?
Yes, gently, okay?
Well, luckily I don't have some on my gloves.
Okay, thank you. Good job, you did it. Alright, you can take your gloves off.
No, I want to take my gloves.
Okay.
You got some on
Yeah, you got some on me.
Well, that's why you were supposed to wear gloves.
Yeah.
I was wearing gloves, and that means my hands. That means I don't have to wash my hands.
Once your patch is covered, let it dry. I'm gonna sand this down now. But before I did that, I put a piece of painter's tape down here, kind of like a shelf. You can kind of see how that is. Just to catch some of the debris. This is what it looks like after I ran the sanding block on it. As you can see, it's pretty flush with the wall. I can put some texturizer on here to make it look just like this, so it's not so smooth. Or you can paint it. I'll probably just paint it right now the original color, just so you can kind of see what it looks like completely done. And then make your decision on whether you want to put a texturizer on it or not. Voila.
Is our hole gone?
Because we fixed it.
It's supposed to look like this.
She got me there. Man, she's good.